We are here for the regional lunch for Africa for the third report on the state of the world's plant genetic resources for food and agriculture. Some of the findings of this report, which was a global assessment, was presented here at ICRAF, who co-hosted the event along with FAO. We focused on this report, which had global findings about the state of genetic resources, which came from data reported by countries around the world. 128 countries gave us information about the state of their ex situ collections, in situ preserved sites, as well as institutional and human capacities for those that are working on conserving plant genetic resources. Some of the findings were very positive overall in that genetic resources conservation and ex situ collections have increased over the last reporting period, which is about 12 to 15 years. However, there are some things to highlight that are of concern, such as the loss of genetic diversity that's happening in the wild, as well as many of the collections here in Africa are not backed up. They do not have a safety duplication site, which means if something were to happen to the site preserving these materials, they would be lost and it would be very hard to recuperate them.
And when we looked at some of the key messages that we have for the Africa region, there are issues with regard to in situ conservation of especially wild food plants and crop wild relatives. So these are species that are very important for food security and nutrition. And we know that over 70% of these are threatened in the wild. There's also a big issue with not being able to survey many of these species because they may be being conserved, but they're not being actually recorded. So this is an area which we need to really focus on.